Hey everybody, so today I wanted to talk about Tamagotchis. And the reason I want to talk about Tamagotchis is because I've been seeing a bunch of memes about them lately, and it awoke this like very deep memory of mine about when I murdered a Tamagotchi when I was little. And I want to say I was like 4 years old, but like I could have been anywhere from 4 to 12. I have no idea when these things came out, but so Tamagotchis are like these little 1990s toys that were these eggs, and they had these really crappy little animals drawn on them, and like you could feed it and it would poop and you'd water it, and like at the very end, like it would get its wings and it would fly away. And I always thought that meant it died, but apparently, according to the internet in 2019, that actually means that aliens come and take it away. That was the meme that I shared. But so I shared that meme and I just did a quick little snippet of like, ha ha ha, when I was 4, I drowned my Tamagotchi. And I got quite a few comments of people saying I should not have children. And so I just felt obligated to explain why I murdered my Tamagotchi. Like, instead of just being like, I was a psychopathic little kid killing virtual animals. Like, I don't think anyone remembers how incredibly annoying Tamagotchis were. Like, they would not be quiet ever. Like, I remember kids getting them taken away in school. I remember like my personal one, which ultimately led to its death. Like, everybody who had them, they would just make these little squeaks and beeps and things all the time. And so when I was a little kid, I want to go to sleep. And I'm a big sleeper. I love it. I do it every day. And I would so much rather be sleeping than be awake most of the time because I love, you know, dreaming, laziness. Awesome. So 4 year old Mitchell definitely still has that mindset. Like, I slept in till noon even when I was a little kid. Like, my mom had to put me in PM kindergarten classes for a reason. So, like, I got this Tamagotchi and it's cute and it's fun and you play with it and I'm feeding it and I love it and it's like a pet and I want to win and I want to take care of my little friend. And so the first couple days I'm taking care of my friend. It's cute, it's great. I love it. Best Tamagotchi I've ever had. Like, cutest little thing. Everything about it is just amazing. But every night at around 3 o'clock it'd be like ding 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 ding, or whatever obnoxious, like, I can't remember the sound. My brain has literally blocked it out, but I just remember it was this atrocious I'm hungry type sound. Like, it was supposed to annoy you so that you'd be like, oh, my little baby, he's hungry, and you'd go feed it. So me being 4, and I think it's smart, I'm thinking out of the box. Like, I'm getting exhausted. It's still whining, and it's several days go by. And so my brilliant idea of out of the box thinking was to straight up just end it. And I don't mean end it as in like in my mind I was like I'm going to murder it, but I made the decision, this game is no longer fun for me. This baby that I'm raising is no longer a fun baby. Like, this is too much. And so 4 year old me, like, put it in his underwear drawer and just stuck it in there, and I wrapped it in socks, and I was just like, okay, I'll suffocate it, it'll die, I'll get a new one, because you can restart the game like your little eggs. And so I started doing that for a couple nights, and I was like, okay, like, whatever, my Tamagotchi dies every night, but like, it's fine, I can go to sleep at night and this is great. Except for it didn't die every night and it didn't stop squeaking, and sometimes it would just keep going. So I needed to find like a long term solution for this, because like I said, little Mitchell didn't know how to mute it. Also, I didn't know that you could mute them until literally today. Or, well, I guess it was the other day when I saw that meme. But if you held down both A and C, it either restarted the egg or it muted them. I don't know. I take everything with a grain of salt on the internet. But so it's 3 a.m. It's dark. I'm sleepy. I get up down or blah, 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 get up and down. I get down off of my bunk bed. I was up at the top. See my little there, and go down. The Tamagotchi's like, "Hey, Daddy, I'm hungry. Like, Dad, what's up? I'm hungry. I'm bored. I peed. I need to play. I need this. Da, 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 da." You know, like a real animal or baby or thing. And I remember just being so angry. I was holding it And I was just like, "Ugh, why don't you stop?" And I just, like, I can visualize it. And I was just so mad. And I know that electronics, like, you can't put them in water. So I took this cute little baby that my parents had entrusted with me and spent their hard earned money on and that I had begged for. And, like, it loved me. And I took it and I turned on the water faucet in my bathroom. And I did, because they're on chains. And I remember dangling it under the chain because I didn't want to be electrocuted because, even though the chain is metal, my head was like, if I hold the egg, I'll be electrocuted. But if I hold the metal in the water, I'll be fine. And so I just dangled it under it. And I just, did one of these. And so the water would go, like, okay, the water's crumbling down and I'm swinging my little thing up by the top. And so every couple seconds, well, I guess like a couple times a second, it would get water on it. And then it would, like, and it just short circuited basically, and my Tamagotchi died. And then I'm fairly certain I didn't bring it up, but I can guarantee you that if my parents were to ask, "Oh, what happened to your Tamagotchi?" I probably was like, "Oh, I don't know. He's probably sleeping." Haha. But, like, I murdered him. And I just had to get that off my chest because I feel it's important that everybody knows the whole story and not just like, oh, Mitchell, when he was little, killed a Tamagotchi, because that's crazy. But, like, now you can understand, like the reasoning. I'm not saying what I did was right. I'm not saying I would do it again. But what I am saying is you can't expect a child to have so much responsibility. Like, I know several adults still who I grew up with who still remember how obnoxious Tamagotchis are. Like, that was like a plague that was given to kids. And then now, 15 years later, people are like, Mitchell, don't have children. You'll kill them. No, my kids will know. Don't wake me up. And if they scream at 3 a.m., I'd hate to have to put them in a sock drawer. I'm totally kidding. I would never do that. I'm actually, like, really sweet. But anyway, it was a lot of responsibility for 4-year-old Mitchell, and it was just too much. And I've grown as a human being, and I could absolutely handle it. I have a dog now, not even a robot dog, a real dog. And she's, like, mostly fine most of the time. So anyway, that's all I had to say. And let me know if you want me to talk about other horrible things from our childhood, or my childhood, or your childhood. Just call me and tell me what you would like me to say. Thanks.